Welcome, have a nice day. Today is Friday, 3rd of January 2024. This day is famous for the celebration of International Mind Body Wellness Day. On 3rd of January, it's International Mind Body Wellness Day, a time to recommit to loving both our bodies and minds by putting new strategies for development and wellness into the action. From the Indian history point of view, January 3rd is celebrated as a birth anniversary of the Bai Phule, India's first female teacher and a pioneer of women's education. Birth anniversary Bai Phule was born in Nayagaon, Maharashtra in 1831. She was a social reformer who fought against the untouchability and for the rights of women and widows. Educator. She opened the first school for the girls in India in Pune in 1848. She also founded the first farmer school. She was also a poet and writer who contributed to Marathi literature. She was an activist who campaigned for the rights of the widows. Now, starting the newspaper with the world news, including Israeli airstrikes kill at least 54 across Gaza, medic says. Suspect in New Orleans acted alone. No definitive link to Las Vegas Cybertruck explosion. FBI. United States is breaking down. Trump claims open borders Democrats after daily news. Orleans attack killed 15. FBI probing link between the New Orleans attack, Las Vegas Cybertruck explosion. Biden says. Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, Boeing hit as China added 48 United States defense firms to export control list. New Year's tragedy: 10 people wounded in the mass shooting outside the nightclub in the New York's Queens. Now, from the Hindu newspaper, 2 dead and 18 injured in a small plane crash in Southern California. In this image taken from the video shows a cabin hole in a commercial building after a small plane crashed through the rooftop in Florenton, California, Thursday, January 2nd, 2025. The flight tracking website FlightAware shows a 4-seat single-engine aircraft crashed about the minute after takeoff. 2 people were killed and 18 injured when a small plane crashed through a rooftop of a commercial building in Southern California on Thursday, January 2nd, 2025, police said. Police got a report at 2:09 p.m. about the crash in the Orange County city of Florenton, as said Christy Wells, a Florenton police spokesperson. Firefighters and police arrived on the scene and battled a blaze that broke out the evacuated surrounding businesses. Ms. Wells says the fire damaged the warehouse, which appeared to contain swing machines and textile stocks. The building was occupied by Michael Nicholas, designed the furniture upholstery manufacturer, according to the sign on the door. Morning Digest article 370 caused the spread of terrorism in the Kashmir, says Amit Shah. Rohit Sharma opts to rest for Sydney, tests and more. Union Home Minister Mr. Amit Shah addresses the gathering during the release of the book titled Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh through the ages in New Delhi, Thursday, January 2nd, 2025. Article 370 caused the spread of terrorism in Kashmir. Amit Shah says Article 370 was responsible for sowing the seeds of the separatism among the youth in the Kashmir by giving credence to the idea that the Kashmir's relationship with India was temporary. Union Home Minister Amit Shah said on Thursday, January 2nd, 2025, he pointed out that while there are the other Muslim majorities areas in the country, terrorism has not spread to those regions. Rohit Sharma hoped to rest for Sydney test. Finally, there was a closure to the question around Rohit Sharma. Will he play or won't he play? Question was emphatically answered when Jasprit Bumrah strode out to the toss ahead of the 5th test at the Sydney Cricket ground on Friday, January 3rd, 2025, as if to drive home the point. The BCCI's note on the playing 11 and entire squad did not have Rohit Sharma's name. From Hindustan Times newspaper states that Iranian minister on visit to Delhi to pitch for resuming energy trade. Majid Takht Ravanchi, the Deputy Foreign Minister for Political Affairs, is heading the Iranian side in the India-Iran political consultations. New Delhi, Iran's Deputy Foreign Minister Majid Takhtravanchi is on a visit to India for talks aimed at resuming energy trade. It stopped in 2019 because of the United States sanctions and exploring options for ramping up non-oil trade. India and Iran can build on their traditional relations to do a lot together for regional and global peace and security, including joint efforts to counter common threats such as terrorism, as senior Iranian officials said on Thursday at the head of the talks. Expansion of the trade will figure in the 19th round of the Indian-Iran political consultation is being held in the New Delhi during the January 2nd to 3rd. Majid Takhtravanchi, the Deputy Foreign Minister for the Political Affairs, is heading the Iranian side in these talks. Cowardly, Prime Minister Modi condemned New Orleans terror attacks by IS-inspired withdrawal. Workers cleaned the streets at the site of where the people were killed by a man driving a truck in an attack during a New Year's celebration in New Orleans, Louisiana on January 2nd. New Delhi on Thursday condemned the assault by Islamic State-inspired United States Army withdrawn in New Orleans that killed 15 people and injured more than 30, with the Prime Minister and Modi denouncing the incident as a cowardly terrorist attack. Now, going towards the economy of the country from the business point of view, Security and Exchange Board of India bans Ketan Parekh. Two others from the stock market in the front of a running case. The market regulator also impounded ₹65.77 crore gained wrongfully by Parekh Rohit Salgokar, a Singapore-based trader, and other through the scam. Ketan Parekh indulged in manipulative trades that led to the stock market's crash in 2001. Quality control orders hurting jobs in the textile sector industry to Finance Ministry. The Textile Industry Association said that the Indian cotton industry is importing specialized varieties of the cotton such as contamination-free organic cotton and sustainable cotton that are not available domestically. Indian cotton fibers prices were 15 to 20% higher than international cotton prices, which affected the cost competitiveness of downstream value-added cotton-based textile products. Despite global disruptions, India remains strong, Gautam Adani, stating that the moments of the transformation do not wait for anyone. He emphasized the need to rise up to them with a vision, courage, and the will to act. Amid global uncertainties and disruptions, India continues to remain resilient, with its potential shining better than before. Gautam Adani, chairman of the Adani Group, said in a New Year address to employees. Reflecting further on 2024, Adani said the previous year was nothing short of extraordinary. Now, going towards Science Santiago, had the Apple to pay $95 million to settle a lawsuit accusing Sri of Snoopy eavesdropping. Greg Federighi, Apple's senior vice president of software engineering, speaks about Sri during an announcement of new products at the Apple Worldwide Developers Conference in the St. Louis, California on June 4, 2018. I lost my keys. The allegation about the Snoopy 3 contradicted Apple's long-running commitment to protect the privacy of its customers. Across said that CEO Tim Cook has often framed it as a fight to preserve a fundamental human right. Apple has agreed to pay $95 million to settle a lawsuit accusing the privacy-minded company of developing its virtual assistant Street eavesdrop on people using its iPhone and other friendly devices. Proposed settlement appealed Tuesday in an Oakland, California federal court would resolve a 5-year-old lawsuit revolving around the allegations that Apple surreptitiously activated Siri to record conversations through the iPhones and other devices equipped with the visual assistant for more than a decade. The alleged recordings occurred even when people did not seek to activate the virtual assistant with the trigger words "Hey Siri." Some of the recorded conversations were then shared with the advertisers in an attempt to sell their product to consumers more likely to be interested in the goods and services, and lawsuit asserted. The allegations about the snow pastry contradicted Apple's long-running commitment to protect the privacy of its customers, a crusade that CEO Tim Cook has often framed as a fight to preserve a fundamental human right. Climate change linked to poverty trafficking in the Sundarbans. This May 2020, a photo shows the damage caused by the cyclone Amphan in Dilubagri village in South 24 Parganas district in the Sundarbans, West Bengal. 5 tropical cyclones have battered the Bengal coastline since May 2020, causing loss of livelihoods and triggering migrations. Battered by 5 cyclones in the past 4 years, vulnerable communities along with the West Bengal's coastline are subjected to graver risks, finds ILFAT, a Federation of Trafficking Survivors. Despite several interventions by the government and efforts of non-government organizations, trafficking continues to be a major policy challenge in certain parts of the West Bengal, with the frequent cyclones hitting the West Bengal coastline every year. In the rise in the sea level, eroding the islands of the Sundarbans, experts say climate change is one of the factors pushing people into the poverty and bringing trafficking. 5 tropical cyclones have battered the West Bengal coastline since the May 2020, when killer cyclone Amphan devastated the coastal areas of West Bengal, causing loss of livelihoods and triggering migration. The most recent among them was Cyclone Danda, which hit the state's coastline on October 24, 2024. Climate change has also become a factor of human trafficking, especially in vulnerable regions such as the Sundarbans. Back-to-back cyclones like Amphan and Yas destroyed livelihoods, forcing increasing migration and exposing women, girls, and others to great risks. Nihar Ranjan Raptan, founder secretary, Goran Bosgram Bikash Chandra, an NGO working to combat trafficking, said. IIT Bombay's space startup tests its green propulsion system in space. Space tech startup Manastu Space has successfully test-fired their first green propulsion system in the space on December 31st, 2024. The PSLV Orbital Experimental Module is a versatile initiative by the Indian Space Research Organization designed to provide a cost-effective platform of an orbit experiments. Space tech startup Manastu Space, started by the Indian Institute of Technology IIT Bombay, has successfully test-fired their first green propulsion system VYOM-2U on board PSLV C-60 in the space on December 31st, 2024 at 8:50 p.m. in Lucknow. The green propulsion system is a non-toxic, environmentally friendly alternative to conventional chemical propulsion systems that are being researched to find the efficient propulsions that have a minimal impact on the environment and the human health. Engineering 2014 batch and Ashtesh Kumar from the Department of the Mechanical Engineering 2017 batch, led by the team experts in propulsion systems, satellite technology, and advanced material. The technology has been developed in the collaboration and mentoring with the IIT Bombay, where many initial prototyping and critical technologies were developed under the Professor Jayesh Bellary from Chemical Engineering, Professor Praga Bhargava from Metallurgical Engineering and Material Science, and Professor Amol Gokhale, the Department of Mechanical Engineering. Tushar Jathav, Chief Executive Officer of Manastu Space, said that the PSLV Orbital Experimental Module, or a POEM, is a versatile initiative by the Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, designed to provide a cost-effective platform for an orbit experiment. POEM transforms the fourth stage of the PSLV rocket into free-flying testbed in the low Earth orbit, offering startups, research institutions, and universities an affordable way to validate their technologies in space. At last, there is a famous personality, famous by his famous name, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, Birth anniversary 17 October 1870 up to 27th March 1898. Also spelled the Sayyid Ahmad Khan was an Indian Muslim reformer, philosopher and educationist in the 19th century during the British India. Though initially espousing the Muslim unity, he later became the pioneer of the Muslim nationalism in India and is widely credited as the father of the two-nation theory, which formed the base of the Pakistan movement. Born into a family with strong ties to the Mughal court, Ahmad studied science and the Quran within the court. He was awarded an honorary LL.D. from the University of Edinburgh in 1889. Sayyid maintains a strong legacy in Pakistan and among the Indian Muslims. He became a source of inspiration for the Pakistan movement and its activists, including Allama Iqbal and Muhammad Ali Jinnah. His advocacy of Islam is a rationalist tradition and a broader radical interpretation of the Quran to make it compatible with the science and modernity continues to influence the global Islamic formation. Many universities and public buildings in Pakistan bear Sayyid's name. Aligarh Muslim University celebrated the Sayyid's 200th birth centenary with much enthusiasm on the 17th of October 2017. Sayyid Ahmad Khan says a very famous quotation. He says that when a nation becomes devoid of health and learning, it invites poverty. And when poverty comes, it brings in its wake thousands of crimes. Okay, thank you.